Hello. So, I make these videos about simpler living, but my life isn't always simple. And the last few weeks have been a good example of that. And I think it's worth exploring that and just thinking about it a bit from everybody's point of view. Because although we have our own ideas about how we want to live and what we want to do, when we're living in partnership with other people or in a family or in a community, we also have the effects of how they want to live has an effect on us as well and how we do that. So recently we've been in the UK, me and Tom, and we've been through quite an interesting experience in that Tom decided quite suddenly really that he wanted to take the opportunity to save a business that was going to close, so a little shop, and Tom used to have a shop years ago. So he wanted to save this business. He thought it was a really good opportunity. He also thought it would be an opportunity for us in the future. If it's successful, then that would provide us with a bit of income as well. It would save a business in a community that we care about. And then it became apparent as well that my brother would like to work in it as well. So it would provide employment for him and maybe for one or two others as well. So, and also it was a challenge for Tom. I think he wanted to do something different, have a bit of a challenge. So that was something that for me, it wasn't something I'd been thinking about. I was quite happy here, steady away, living our life, doing what we do. And so this thing came a bit out of the blue, if you like, certainly as far as I was concerned. And certainly didn't feel like it was making life simpler, or not at that moment in time anyway, because that involved Tom going to the UK, working really hard there. It involved me going and helping him for a week or two, and also working very hard, and yeah, coming out of our normal routine, if you like, and that's disruptive, and it's interesting. That I just think it's interesting to observe how, particularly me in this situation, but for all of us, how we respond to change and disruption, and how difficult that is for us often as human beings. I find change quite hard. I quite like it. I often feel ready for a bit of change. But it's good to look at these situations when these things happen and think, yeah, hey, what's going on here, and how does this all feel, and how do I bring, for me, I was thinking, how do I bring all my way of looking at the world and my ideas of living more simply, and getting everything down to its essence, and not getting drawn into sort of complicated things and complicated emotions. And yeah, that's very much what happened to me. I think I was very drawn into it all for a while. And even now, I think I'm still sort of processing all of that and sort of thinking about it. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. And I was thinking, yeah, sometimes in life, it's quite good to have a little shake-up. It's good to look at things differently. And certainly, if you're in a relationship or a partnership of any kind, then there's two of you. And it's not just what one person wants, and it's trying to sort of how you balance that relationship together so that you're both happy and you're both doing things that you enjoy doing. And so that has been the challenge for me. And I thought I'd share that, because otherwise I feel like I'm not being very genuine if I'm just sat here saying, oh yes, life is so calm and simple. And I think, no, sometimes it isn't actually. So I thought I'd share that with you. And yeah, a bit of insight into the processes that are also going on in my head. And I think as humans, we're just constantly learning and developing, and that's what we're doing, and experiencing this life and trying to make sense of it all and do our best. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sure that's what you're all doing as well. Okay, lots of love. Bye.